Hi everyone, welcome to Rodha. In today's video, we'll be discussing few high quality questions of arithmetic. These questions are gonna help you build a lot of concepts and you're gonna learn few shortcuts here as well. So let's get started here. It says two friends A and B decided to work together and complete construction of the four walls of a room, which is in the shape of a square. All right. So we have four walls of a room, which is in the shape of a square here, right? However, as B fell sick, A started the work alone and completed the construction of one wall and took T hours more than what they would have taken if they had worked together. Alright. So A alone started the work for the first wall. Let's say A is working on this particular wall. Okay, and he took T hours more than what they would have taken working together. Alright, fine. So let's say A plus B, if they take X hours, then A alone is gonna take X plus T hours, right? Fine, let's read further. After this, A left and B was working alone. Now, after this, A has left and B is working alone. Completed the construction of the second wall and took 25 by 16 TRs more than what they would have if they had worked together. Alright, so B alone now is working on the second wall and he has taken 25 by 16 TRs more than what they would have taken together. Fine. Finally, both of them worked together and completed the remaining two walls. So now for the remaining two walls, both of them are working together. Okay. The construction of the four wall was completed in 121 days and a total of 3600 was paid for the entire work. What is the share of A? All right. So to get to the share of A, right, I need to find the efficiency of A. And to get to the efficiency of A, I need to find the number of days taken by A and B alone, right? So my first challenge is how do I figure out the number of days taken by A and B alone? To help me with that, they have given me 121 days are taken in total for all the four walls combined. All right. Let's see. So before we start with this particular question here, let's understand something very important for this question here. So let's say I'll say that let's say A plus B together they take T days to complete a work, right? Let's say A alone takes T plus A days, okay, and B alone takes T plus B days to complete the same piece of work, right? So can I say 1 day work of A and B together is nothing but I can say 1 by T, right? 1 day work of A alone will be nothing but 1 by T plus A, and 1 day work of B alone will be nothing but 1 by T plus B. Now, why 1 by T and 1 by T plus A and 1 by T plus B? Because in time and work, we assume that total work is always equal to 1 unit. And second assumption is that every day equal amount of work is done. So if A plus B is taking T days, then in 1 day they'll do 1 by T units, right? Now, can I say that 1 by T, that is 1 day work of A and B together, should be equal to nothing but 1 day work of A plus 1 day work of B, isn't it? Now, if I take a LCM here, so what will I get? I get nothing but T plus B plus T plus A in the numerator upon T plus A into T plus B will give me T square plus AT plus BT plus AP, right? And on this side, I have 1 by T. If I cross multiply, so I'll be getting nothing but T square plus AT plus BT plus AB is equal to T square plus BT plus T square and plus AT. So this is what I'm gonna get on cross multiplying, isn't it? This with this and this with this, right? Now, if you see here, can I say 80 and 80 will get cancelled and BT should anyways be cancelled, all right? No bad trips, right? So what am I getting from here? 1 T square is also cancelled. So I'm getting T square is equal to A into B, right? So T square equals A into B. So from here, the value of T will be nothing but root of AB. So that is a very, very important shortcut here, which you need to understand, okay? So if A plus B take T days and A alone takes T plus A days and B alone takes T plus B days, then the time taken by A and B together is given by nothing but root of extra days taken by A and B respectively. That is root of A into B. Alright. So now using this formula here, if you see here, A alone takes T extra days and B alone takes 25 by 16 T extra days, right? So can I say that the value of X from here should be equal to nothing but root of T into 25 by 16t, right? So this value will give me nothing but x is equal to, I can say 5 by 40. So that is my required value of x. All right. Now, first wall A has worked alone. So A is gonna take how many days? I can say x plus t days, right? Second wall B has worked alone. So I can say x plus 25 by 16t time, which is hours, I think. Yes. Then A and B have worked together for 2 hours. So for one wall x hours, so for two wall, I can say 2x hours, right? Or days, whatever. This is days, okay. And this total is given to me as 121 days. So number of days in totality is 121. So this should be equal to 121. So from here I'll get nothing but 4x plus t plus 25 by 16t is gonna give me 41 by 16t, right? And this is equal to nothing but 121. Now, if you see here, the value of x is, I can say 5 by 40. So if I put it here in place of x, so 4 and 4 will get cancelled. I'll be left with 5t. And 5t plus 16, 5t plus 41 by 16t is gonna give me nothing but, I can say, straight away I'm gonna write here now, guys. So this is gonna be, I can say, I'm just gonna draw a line here. Okay. So can I say from here that I'll be getting 5t. 4x is nothing but 5t because 5 by 4t is x plus 41 by 16t is equal to 121, right? So this value will come out to be nothing but 121t by 16 equals 121. So 121 and 121 is cancelled. So from here, the value of t is nothing but 16. So once I've got the value of t as 16, right? So now I can say, I'll just take a fresh page here now. So a plus b is taking x days, right? Now A is taking how many days? The A is taking, I can say, x plus t, which is, I can say, x plus 16 days, right? Because the value of t is 16 here, okay? And B is gonna take x plus 25 by 16t days, right? So B is gonna take x plus 25 by 16t, and t is nothing but 16, right? So the value of t is 16, so 16 is cancelled here, right? So this and this is gone. So the value of a is x plus 16 and the value of b is x plus 25, right? Now we know that the value of x was 5 by 40, right? So if the value of x was 5 by 40, so if I put the value of t as 16, so the value of x will become nothing but, I can say, 5 by 4 into 16, which is, I can say, 20. So if I substitute this value of x as 20 in both here and here, so I get the number of days taken by A and B, right? So A is gonna take how many days? I can say 36 days, and B is gonna take how many days? 45 days, right? Now remember, the for the four walls, 3600 was paid. So can I say per wall the payment that is due is nothing but 900, isn't it? So if 900 is due for per wall, so I can say 900 for the first wall A will get, 900 for the second wall B will get, right? And for the remaining two walls, the money will be distributed in the ratio of their efficiency, isn't it? Now, if you see here, the number of days taken by A is 36 and B is 45. So the ratio of the number of days is nothing but, can I say, 4 is to 5. So the money distribution should be happening in the ratio of 5 is to 4 because that is my efficiency. So share of A will be how much? Can I say 5 upon sum of the ratio, which is 5 plus 4, 9 into the money left to be distributed. So out of 3600, 1800 is already distributed to A and B for the first two wars. Remaining 1800 is going to distribute it for the last two wars in the ratio of 5 is to 4. So can I say 5 by 9 into 1800? So A is going to get, I can say, 9 into 200 is 1800. So A will be getting 1000 rupees. That is the extra money here that A is getting for the last two walls. So 1000 here and 900 for the first wall. So that makes it a total of 1900 rupees for A, and that should be the required answer, right? Now, if you were a smart student, then what would a smart student do, right? So because see, A takes lesser days than B, isn't it? A is taking lesser days than B, right? Because B is taking 25 by 16 T days, but A is taking only extra T days, right? So can I say A is more efficient than B? I can definitely come to this conclusion by using this information given to me here, right? And if A is more efficient than B, then from the remaining 1800, can I say A should be getting at least more than 50%, right? So if A should be getting more than 50%, so remaining 1800 for the last two was the money left. If A is getting greater than 1900 in his share, so can I say 900 for the first wall and greater than 900 for the last two walls? So the money that he should receive should be definitely more than 1800, And there's only one option that is more than 1800, which is 1900. So that should be the required answer. So a smart student can do it in this way also, but you should also understand the approach to solve this particular question. And this particular shortcut here is of utmost importance. Everybody should remember this, right? All right, let's move to the second question now. So now this is an average age based question. Let's try to solve this. It says the average age of a family of 7 members, including Bunty and Bubbly, aged 70 years and 63 years respectively, on January 1st, 1986 was 33 years. All right. So there are 7 members. So there are another 5 members, and then there is Bunty, right? And then there is Bubbly as well. Okay. So Abhishek Bachchan and Rani Mukherjee, Bunty and Bubbly, right? Okay, so 70 years and 63 years respectively on January 1st, 1986 was 33 years, right? Okay, so can I say Bunty plus Bubbly, and let's say Bubbly is 63, not 55, and plus let's say the total age of these remaining 5 people is, let's say, 2 years. So can I say this should be equal to nothing but average, that is 33, into number of family members, that is 7, isn't it? So from here I'll get nothing but 70 plus 63 is I can say 133, plus t is equal to nothing but I can say 73. So 7 into 33 is, I can say, 7 into 30 is 210, and 3 into 7 is 21. So I can say 231, I believe, right? So from here the value of t is gonna be nothing but 231 minus 133. That is gonna give me 98. So the total age of the remaining 5 members is 98, right? Now it says n years later Bunty died on his birthday and Mona was born on the same day. Okay, so from January 1st, so I can say from January 1st, 1986, right? N years later, right? Bunty died on his birthday. So Bunty is no more, right? So Bunty is no more. He has died on his birthday. And Mona was born on the same day. So Mona is born on the same day, right? Or a few years after that, Bubbly died on her birthday and Rohan was born on the same day. Okay, a few years later. So I don't know how many years, let's say X years later, right? Now this time Bubbly died. So Bubbly has died on her birthday, right? And then Rohan is born. And then Rohan is born, right? And more years after that, on January 1st, 2007. So after another n years, okay. So this cross, I'll write it in red so that you understand that this person is no more. This is a cross, okay. Now after another n years, the date is January 1st, 2007. So this is Jan 1st, 2007, right? Raj was born. So there's one child, that is Raj is born, right? Now, what was the average age of the family of 8 members on January 1st, 2008? Okay, no worries, right? So let's understand how old is Mona on January 1st, 2008, right? I'm finding for January 1st, 2008. So can I say Mona will be nothing but X plus n plus 1 year old, right? Why? Because after Mona was born, X years later, Rohan was born, and then after another n years, Raj was born, and there's one more year to come to the present year, right? So Mona is X plus n plus 1 years old, right? What about Rohan? Let's find about Rohan. Okay, so Rohan is, I can say, n plus 1 years old at present, because after n years Raj is born, right? And can I say Raj is nothing but only 1 year old? So Raj is exactly 1 year old, right? So can I say the total age of all these people now, right? The total age of all these people is should be how much? So the total age of these 5 people, in which nobody has died and nobody, there's no change in this, right? These 5 people here, whose total age was 98 in 1986, right? This was in the year 1986. At the present in 2008, 22 years later, can I say all these 5 people are gonna grow old by 5 years, 22 years, in all these 22 years, right? All the 5 people are gonna grow old by 22 years. So now their total will be, I can say, 98 plus 5 2s is 10, 1 carry over, 5 2s is 10, and 1 11, 110. So can I say they are gonna become now 208 years old? So at present, these 5 people are 208 years old, right? Plus there is Mona, who's X plus n plus 1 year old, right? Then there is Rohan, who's n plus 1 year old, and then there is, I can say, Raj, who is exactly 1 year old. So this should be the total age of the family of 8 members, right? Because there are in totality 8 members, right? Two of them died, but 2 of them were born also during the same year, right? And these are the total age, right? Now, basically, to find this total age, right? Can I say I need the value of x plus 2n, because x plus 2n is what I'm getting, and I'm getting an extra 3 here, right? So if I want to find this total here, right? So if you understand here, in between, from 1986 to 2007, when Raj was born, how many years have passed? Can I say in n, x and n, right? So if these many years have passed in between, so can I say 2n plus x should be equal to the number of years from 1986 to 2007, and that is exactly 21 years, right? That is exactly 21 years, right? So if 2n plus x is 21, so I can substitute it here, so I'll get nothing but 208 plus 21 plus 3. So the total age of this family is nothing but I can say 229 plus 3 is 232 years, right? 208 plus 21 is 229 plus 3, 232. And because I want the average age of the 8 members, so I need to divide it by the number of family members, which is 8. So from here, the average age comes out to be nothing but 8 to the 16, 72, 8 9 is 72. So the correct answer is gonna be nothing but 29 years. That is the average age of the family of 8 members at present. So quite a good question, lot of learning here, that how do you deal with when people are dying and when people are born. So a lot of time cat has asked questions on the similar pattern. So it's a wonderful question here. All right, let's move to the next one now. All right, so it's a time and work question here now. It says a tank of capacity of 165 liters has n taps number from 1 to n fitted to it. Okay, so there's a tank which has a capacity of 165 and there are n taps fitted to it number from 1 to n. Okay, no worries. At the start of the minute where 1, okay, n lies in the range of 1 to capital N, the tap numbered n. Okay, so the tap number n fills the tank at the rate of n liters per minute. Okay, so let's say a single pipe can fill, if there's only one pipe, it can fill at the rate of 1 liter per minute. Okay, and the capacity of the tank is 165 liters, right? Is open. Okay, if it takes exactly n minutes to fill the tank in this manner, find n. Okay, so if it is taking exactly n minutes to fill the tank in this manner, then find the value of n. Fine. So if you see here, can I say at the first minute, right? At the first minute, exactly one tap will be working. So it is gonna fill only 1 liter. At the second minute, can I say two taps are working? So if two taps are working, then they're gonna fill 1 plus 2, right? Because now two taps are working in the second minute, right? So the first tap and there are another two taps which are open now, right? Because at the start of the minute, the tap number n fills it, right? And now if n liters per minute is open, if it takes exactly n minutes to fill the tank in, then find the value of n, right? So if there are n pipes, now two taps are working, so 1 plus 2, right? In the third minute, can I say the number of liter that is gonna get filled is nothing but 1 plus 2 plus 3, right? In the fourth minute, the fourth tap is also open, so can I say now it is filling 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, right? In the fifth minute, the fifth tap is also open, so it is now gonna fill 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5, and so on and so forth. One tap is opened after every minute and it will keep on increasing the quantity of water that is being filled in the tank, right? So this total I want it to be equivalent to 165, right? Now, one of the ways is, there are a lot of ways of doing it basically, but then one of the ways is I keep on adding these values and wait for the result to come as 165. So this is 1, then it is 3, right? Then this is 6, right? Then this is 10, okay? Then this is 15, then I have 15 plus 6, I'll get 21. Then 21 plus 7 is gonna give me 28 here, right? Then 28 plus 9 is gonna give me a 37, I think, right? And 37 plus, okay, so 37 plus 9 is gonna give me a 45. 28 plus 8 is gonna give me a 36, sorry. So I added 7, then I need to add 8, so 36 and plus 9 is gonna give me a 45, right? So if I add all these numbers, what will I get? Let's see, 40 plus 30 is 70. 70 plus 20 is 90. 90 plus 20 is 110. 110 plus 10 is 120. 120 plus 10 is 130. 136, 139, 140, 145, 146. 146 plus 5 is 151, 157, and 8 is 165. So this is exactly 165, right? So by the end, how many taps are working, right? How many taps are working? Because this is 45. So can I say this is nothing but 1 plus 2 up to 9. So if 9 taps are working, that means till tap 9 we have gone, because and at the ninth minute 9 taps are working, right? So I can say exactly 9 taps will be required to fill this entire tap. Now this was your method 1. Okay, let's discuss method number 2 here. Like I told you, there are a lot of methods of solving this particular question, so let's go one by one. Method 2 is, if you observe here, I have 1, right? Then I have 1 plus 2, okay? Then I have 1 plus 3, 1 plus 2 plus 3 for the third minute because there are 3 taps, right? And then I have 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, and so on and so forth, right? So can I say this is nothing but I'm adding? So basically sigma, this symbol is for summation. This denotes summation, okay? So sigma of n into n plus 1 by 2, right? What is n into n plus 1 by 2? N into n plus 1 by 2 is nothing but sum of first and natural numbers, and this is a summation of that, right? For example, if I put n as 2, if I put n from 1 to 2, where n ranges from 1 to, let's say, some variable k here, right? So I can go up to anything. So if a k is 2, so when I'm putting 1 here, so what will I get? 1, then I'll get 1 into 1 plus 1 by 2, right? So if I put 1 here, what will I get? 1 into 1 plus 1 by 2, okay? That is nothing but 2 by 2, which is 1. If I put 2 here, then I'll get 3, right? Which is 1 plus 3, and 1 plus 3 can be written as 1 plus 2, and so on and so forth. So this is basically, this equation is sigma of this, right? Now if I can take out 1 by 2 common here, so basically I'll be left with, now sigma is distributive in nature, so it will go to, if I expand this, I can write it as n square plus n, right? So this is basically same as saying half of sigma n square plus sigma n, right? And this is what I'm supposed to find, right? So now you need to understand here that what is sigma n square. So sigma n square is basically sum of square of first and natural numbers. So sum of square of first and natural numbers is always given by, I can say, 1 square plus is equal to nothing but n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 by 6. So that is your required formula, right? So this sigma n square is going to give me nothing but half into n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 by 6, right? And plus sigma n. Now sigma n is nothing but n into n plus 1 by 2, okay? Now if this is a sum, right, and I want this to be 165, so now I can quickly substitute options one by one and check which of the option is satisfying. Instead of solving this equation, it's better to substitute options, right? So if I substitute options here, so if you see here, if I put 9 here, right, so what will I get? Half, and this will be nothing but 9 into 10, 9 plus 1 is 10, into 9 into 2 is 18, 18 plus 1 is 19, 19 by 6 plus 9 into 10 by 2. And if you solve this equation, you'll get the result as nothing but 165 itself, right? So this is also one of your methods, right? Now, if you don't want to use these two methods, so there's another method for this, right? So there are a lot of ways of solving these kind of questions, right? So now method 3. So we have a series like 1, okay? Then we have 3, isn't it? Then we have 3 here, right? Then we have another term as 3 plus 2 plus 1, which is, I can say, 6. Then I have a 10, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. And then I have a 15, and so on and so forth, right? Now, if you see here, this minus this is nothing but 2. This minus this is nothing but 3. This minus this is nothing but 4, right? Now, again, 3 minus 2. This is 1. This is also 1. So this is a kind of a series in which after one step you're getting AP, and after two steps you're getting the same common difference, right? Which is nothing but 1, right? So such a series, right? So in such a series, the general term, right? Now you understanding a bit of sequence series here. So general term of such a series is given by nothing but an square plus bn plus c, right? This is the general term, right? So whenever the common difference is same after two steps, you write the general term as an square plus bn plus c. If it is same after one step, right? If after one step it is same, then the general term is a linear equation, right? After two steps it is same, like in this particular example, so it's a quadratic equation, right? If it is same after three steps, then it's a cubic equation. So that is how you work on this, right? Now if I put n as 1, if I find t1 here, so what will be tn? I can say a plus b plus c, that will be my t1. Why? Because n is 1, isn't it? If I find t2 here, right, so t2 will be nothing but, I can say, 2 square, that is 4a, plus 2b plus c. This will be the second term of the series because this is a general term, right? So general term is basically like a machine where you put different values and you get different outputs. So if you put in 1 here, you're basically getting this first term here. If you're putting 2 in this machine, right, so you're basically getting the second term. So this term is basically nothing but this, right? If I put 3 here, right, if I'm gonna put 3 here, so I'm gonna get T3, which is gonna be nothing but 9a plus 3b plus c, and 9a plus 3b plus c. So that is gonna give me the third term, which is this, right? So if I write these terms in the similar fashion as above diagram, right? If I write it like this, a plus b plus c, then I write 4a plus 2b plus c, and then I write a 9a plus 3b plus c, right? If I take a difference of these two, so can I say c and c will get cancelled? I'll be left with nothing but 3a plus b, isn't it? Similarly, if I take a difference of these two, then I can say b and b, c and c is anyways cancelled, so I'll be getting nothing but 9a minus 4a, which is 5a, and 3b minus 2b is nothing but b. Now, if I take a difference of these two again, so b and b is cancelled, so I'll be left with 2a. Now, if you see here, can I say that this inverted triangle here, that the triangle that I'm drawing here, this inverted triangle here is same as this inverted triangle, right? Why? Because the first three terms are same, they correspond to the same terms, right? So if they correspond to the same terms, right, this is 2a here, my bad. Okay, so can I say these first three terms here correspond to these first three terms here, because these were my T1, T2 and T3, if you can see here, right? And then difference of these two is giving me this, so difference of these two is giving me this, right? Difference of these two is giving me this, which is again giving me this, right? And then difference of these two is giving me this, so this should be equal to this here, right? Now, can I say that if that is the case, so this 2a should be equal to 1 here, right? So if 2a equals to 1, so can I say the value of a should be equal to nothing but 1 by 2, right? The value of a is nothing but 1 by 2. Okay. Now, if 3a plus b, this value is equal to 2 here, right? So if 3a, I'm going to write it here, 3a plus b equals 2. So can I say from here the value of b should be nothing but 2 minus 3a, which is nothing but 2 minus 3 by 2. That is also 1 by 2, right? So the value of b is also nothing but equal to 1 by 2. And we know that a plus b plus c is 1, right? So if a plus b plus c is 1, so because why? Because a plus b plus c is the first term and the first term here is 1, right? So I can say c should be equal to nothing but 1 minus a plus b, and 1 minus 1, that is nothing but c is equal to 0. So the value of c is nothing but 0. So from here, my general term, okay, the general term comes out to be nothing but, I can say, half into n square, right, plus half into n, right? And if you take out half common here, so what will you get? N square plus n. Now, once you've got the general term and you want to find the sigma, you again have to take the sigma symbol, right? This is the nth term, isn't it? And now you have to take the, find the summation of this, so you have to take a sigma. So can I say that this half of n square plus n is exactly same as what I got here? If you see here, this one, right? Half of n square plus n, and after that the same step. So you can reach to this step by using this also, right? And you can use a longer way of doing it using this also, right? So it depends upon whatever strike to your mind. So this is a longer method, okay, where you have to write and you have to compare and then find Tn. Here you can just visualize and say, okay, these are nothing but sum of first n terms. Each of the bracket is nothing but sum of first n terms. And when I'm adding all these brackets, so basically I'm doing a summation of the first of n terms, sum of first of n terms, right? So by this, I can easily use the options and get to my required answer. Never go about solving such equations. Always try to make use of the options here. So the correct answer is definitely 9. So I think you guys enjoyed the video and had some good learning from these questions here. Thank you everyone.